Yes.
All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening to the episode of Full Body Cast Presents Garage. Just kidding. It is Shed Night. Shed Night brought to you by Cole Street Brewery, 1627 Cole Street, Enumclaw, Washington. Tag yourself in. Say hi to Sean, and he will give you 15% off your drinks. He's got a sweet lineup of TVs right now, so if you wanted to catch some games, go down there, watch them, drink some beers. Also, go to Bordeaux Wine Bar. Tag yourself in. Mention Full Buddy Cast. Get $2 off your first drink. Go to Enumclaw Mazatlan. Say hi to Andy and mention Full Buddy Cast, and he'll take care of you on something. He never tells me what it is, so I'd like you to report back to me so that I know what you're getting. We got Craig Bentley on the mic.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
And we got Lee. Wait, what? No, Corey? We got Lee Sinkovic.
Correct. No H. Skull Vikings.
On the mic as well. You might be wondering, why Lee? Why not Lee? Biggest fan of Shed Night.
Of Shed Night, yes. Biggest fan
of Shed Night. Full back tattoo. And also Thursday Night Football tonight, we got the Vikings, Minnesota Vikings, Lee's team versus mine and Jamie's and I guess Craig's Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes.
Vikings, heavy favorites. Heavy favorites.
It'll be fun. It will be fun. So let's talk a little football right now. The Vikings, what happened last week?
It's called a loss.
You got bakered.
What happened? See, what had happened was Cousins, helped himself some fried chicken or something in the locker room. Greasy little fingers, caused a couple fumbles, and weird shit happens.
I mean, you're missing Dalvin Cook.
No, we're not.
You like Alexander Madison over?
Did you watch Dalvin Cook in the Jets game?
I mean,
13 carries for 33 yards.
That's what he was doing with you guys.
Dalvin is cooked.
Okay. All right. I liked Addison, though. I was a big fan of Addison.
Yes. Jordan Addison is going to be huge. I loved the target share for TJ Hawkinson. He's going to be huge tonight against the stupid Eagles because their stupid linebacker got hurt. So TJ Hawkinson's going off tonight. That's my prediction.
I do a weekly fantasy where I punch him in. So you're saying to put Hawkinson in. I got Addison in right now because I but also have Jalen Hurts. So I wanted to watch both offenses. Would you say go with Hawkinson over Addison?
I would.
Okay.
Yeah. Because what's his name? The guy your stupid Eagles drafted out of Georgia, the linebacker.
Carter? Oh, you're talking Dean?
Yeah, he's hurt. He's not playing last I checked.
He's out.
Yeah. So it should be a big night for Hawkinson.
And what about you, Craig? Are you nervous about this? Is this
Absolutely
no
not.
big deal?
Home opener after not looking terrible but not looking good last week either. Home opener coming in. I bet you it's 20 points.
No.
Are you gonna bet?
I'll bet right now.
20 points.
What's the line?
Last I looked,
It's
I think it was like 6.5.
Yeah.
6.5. I'll give you 13 then.
I'll take that right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the wage? What's the wage?
Well, just $10 like we normally
Yeah.
do.
Gentleman's $10.
That was the most anti.
We bet so much, we already know.
Penny.
Yeah. We don't even have to speak the value. We just bet so much.
I was wondering about that. I was like thinking today. I was like, how am I gonna? Because we were betting a lot last year. How are we gonna get back into it when I'm a big Eagles fan right now? Like that's.
Well, yeah, you can jump.
I can't.
It's called bandwagon. That's what that is.
Well, I don't know about that. Seahawks are a bird. It's just,
A dead
I got
bird.
No, they look like shit.
I got confused. I thought that's my team. They're green a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, they look like crap, and I just feel like it's going to be NFC Championship. Close your ears.
It's going to be played
league.
in Minnesota.
It's going to be played either in San Fran or Philadelphia, and it is. And either of those teams are just powerhouses right now.
Oh,
so
you say that now. Give it about 7 hours.
Okay.
All I'm saying is the Vikings led the league in passing last week. They threw 75% of the time.
So you're saying I should go Kirk Cousins?
And the Eagles are they lost their two safeties to free agency. Their cornerback got hurt. Their linebackers hurt.
So here's the thing. I agree with Lee because to a certain point, Bradbury's out tonight. So is Blankenship.
Yep.
But last year, who covered Jefferson the best in the entire league? Slay.
Yeah. That's why it'll be a big night for Hawkinson.
Jefferson ain't doing nothing tonight.
Okay, no Jefferson. Benching Jefferson.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I don't know if I do that either.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing the Vikings had to figure, and they had it figured out in the first half last week. Jefferson went for like 140 yards in the first half, and then 12 in the second half. Just throw him the ball, and everything will be fine.
Just throw it up.
Yeah, he catches everything.
See, I think Kirk Cousins now, you know me, or you know this more than I do.
The problem with Cousins is it's a primetime game.
Yes.
And the bright lights are going to blind him or something.
Yes.
It's a problem.
Is it one of those things where you're like, listen, okay, but this time,
Yeah,
tonight,
he's due.
He's due.
He's due.
He's due. And then you put that back on, they put all that bet on black,
Yeah.
and it turns out red again, and you're like, oh, wait, okay.
Yeah. Next time. Next time.
All right. Well, score prediction. You said 13.
30-17.
Vikings.
Who scores first?
Vikings.
Whoever gets the ball first.
So you think the defense is just going to give it up right away?
Yeah, I do think it's going to be a little bit more back and forth. But I say whoever gets the kickoff scores first.
That's probably a safe bet.
Are you guys going to watch it together, or are you guys going to watch it from the comfort of your own home?
I'm going to try and get over to Bentley's casino. I got to do some stuff at home.
You got that outdoor TV. Perfect day to watch from the pool. Is the pool still
The
operational?
pool is still operational. It's a bit chilly.
It's a pretty warm day.
It is a warm day.
You at least dip your toes in and watch.
Oh,
watch
you
a little
could. You
bit.
could.
Nice. So is that an invite?
No.
We
I was
have-
I was hesitating to say I was going to be in
I'm
the
busy
pool.
at my house. I won't be making it, Craig.
I mean, do we have waffles?
You told him about the Belgian waffles?
Yes.
No, we tell them, and so does everybody that comes on here.
Oh, they're amazing.
Yeah.
And
But I
because
never-
everybody that comes on here has been invited to it.
Yeah.
and I haven't.
No,
And
I've been there probably 13 straight Christmases or Christmas Eves.
I was going to say this. I'm going to pay you a compliment. You look way better than you have previous years that
Yeah.
I've seen you.
Yeah.
What happened?
Started. I got a nice little palm shaver for the head, so
That looks good.
yeah.
But I feel like you're looking fitter too.
No, nothing there has changed.
Really? It's just the optical illusion of
Yeah.
less hair turning you into Steve Austin right
Yeah,
now.
there we go. I mean, it could be moving around a bit more on the soccer field. Soccer season started, coaching a couple teams, so that keeps me busy.
Nice.
Yeah.
I always miss the signups for that. My daughter would love to play, but I always miss it.
Yeah.
It seems like, oh yeah, no, you're supposed to sign up in May.
He misses it.
Yeah, I know. I don't miss it at all. Like right now, I'm like, it'd be nice right now, but then there's those Saturday mornings where it's just dumping rain, and you're like, I'm so glad I'm not out there.
Yeah, no, this last, like I said, I coach 2 different teams for the same club. This last Saturday, I was on a soccer field for like 5 or 6 straight hours.
Mm.
It was games back to back, and then I helped another coach. Makes for long days.
Did you ever ref?
No, but my oldest kid is now a ref. He just took that course, so he's got his first game coming up. Me and refs don't get along.
So you hate your son those 60 minutes? Or
Oh,
whatever?
I've told him, I was like, if you can survive with me out there, you'll be fine.
Nice.
Yeah, because he's he comes to the games I coach at the high school, and he's seen me get into it with the refs, get yellow carded by the refs, and so they know.
So, what's the nickname for like you go, hey Blue, back up? What's like you yell Blue for an ump in softball or fast pitch? Is there a
So my go-to is I just go sir or ma'am. So I come
depending on you do
Well,
the opposite?
I should. Well, you
Hey
can't.
ma'am.
And if he doesn't know,
Yeah, well, you can't assume genders nowadays, so I may have to get away
It's
from this.
man.
But I that's how I usually start it is sir, yeah, and then I've been doing this long enough that I know some of the refs, and I am on a first name with some of them, so I'll just call them by their first name. The ones that I don't get along with, it's just sir. And then start off respectful and then just downhill from there.
That's how my life goes.
Yeah.
So that's
all it is.
That's perfect.
Yeah. I figure if I'm respectful, a respectful asshole, they'll be less hesitant to, show me the card as quickly as some of them do. Because once you get the yellow card, you got to kind of tone it down a little bit.
Right.
Because, you don't want to get kicked out. Because then my team managers left coaching and they're there to manage the off the field stuff. They don't know about the on the field stuff. And then B, then I'll get in trouble with my boss at the club.
Do you get suspended? Can you get suspended for getting a red card?
Oh yeah. It's if
it's a guaranteed game, isn't it?
It's 3.
Oh, 3?
Yeah.
Have you gotten the red card before?
So funny story. I haven't, or to the best of my knowledge, I haven't. We played a tournament earlier this summer, the Rainier Classic at Starfire. And during the game, the ref made a horrible call because that's what refs do. And I got into it with him. Started with the sir, got into it with him. He gave me the yellow. Game goes on. I had cooled off a bit, leaving it alone. He made a horrendous call in a 1-goal game. It should have been a penalty kick for us. Like it was a handball in the box. He didn't call it. He just let it go. And so after the game, I went up and talked to him. I said, hey, and this, I probably shouldn't have, but I was like, hey, explain this to me. And he couldn't or wouldn't. So I was like, well, you just need to be better. That was pathetic. And I wheeled around and I walked away. Fast forward.
Time out. I kind of feel like you've said that to different people in your life.
Oh yeah,
a few times.
I do it all the time. Just be better.
You got to be better, and that was pathetic.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Okay.
So I wheeled around, walked away. Grabbed my stuff because I was pretty heated. Fast forward a couple hours, and the director of coaching, or my boss at the club, shoots me a text. He's like, "Were you sent off in your game?" And I was like, "No." I was like,
"What?"
Yeah, I was like, "What? No, I got a yellow card." He's like, "They're saying that a coach for MRFC for the B11, so boys 2011's team, was sent off." I was like, "No, man,
not me.
No, wasn't me.
You should be better." That's kind of pathetic that you say that to me.
So then emails go back and forth, and supposedly this ref, as I wheeled away and walked away, flashed a red card, but then in his report wrote down a different coach's name.
And so then did that guy take the fall?
Between me not knowing,
right,
him not really, like, typically, I mean, we've all seen, it's like, hey, if you're going to give a card to someone, you're like, hey, you have to look at me while I'm doing this. Between putting down the wrong coach's name, it all just kind of
fell away.
Went away.
That's like an officer not using the radar and also not.
So
this.
I guess technically, I've been red carded.
Do you feel like you should have been?
No, not if I'm going to get it, I'm going to say a lot more things.
You're going to throw cones and.
I'd probably use some different words than "be better" and "you're pathetic" or "that's pathetic." I didn't even say he was. I was like, "That's pathetic. Be better."
Would you get a red card if you went out and grabbed the ball and just punted it?
Absolutely.
Or just took a knife.
That's what should happen.
Just a knife out.
That might be how I announce my retirement from coaching. Just punt one of them, chase down the second game ball, stab it, and just say, "I'm out."
And Garrett's on the sidelines. You just stare at him while you do it the entire time. Just stare at him.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. You actually make soccer more fun. Just those stories right there was probably the most exciting anything I've ever experienced with soccer. So,
it's a blast. I enjoy it for the most part.
Are
your kids playing soccer?
No,
anymore?
Kinsey obviously too old to play anymore, and Sid had to choose. She chose to choose. Beginning high school, she chose fast pitch over soccer. But both kids played soccer. Well, Sid played up to high school. Kenzie played through high school. So, yeah, I was at the soccer a lot.
Yeah, soccer fields all day.
Yep.
Did you ever get a yellow or a red card?
No, I actually, believe it or not, well, probably could believe it. Carrie yelled at people a lot more than I did.
Yeah,
I
do believe it.
I'm actually a pretty even keel person. If it got to a point where I physically was yelling at a ref, I would probably have to leave the field. If I got to that level. Yeah. Now coaching's a little bit different, but as a parent, for me to get to that level, it would take quite a bit. That never happened.
When I'm just a parent and I'm watching like Waylon play on his team, it's because I don't coach either, or I coach my younger kid now, but I don't coach my older son. And so I just could sit and watch his, and it's like as crazy as I am as a coach, I'm just sitting there, just kick back, quiet, just enjoying the game, and it's like opposite sides of the coin. Because you don't want to be that fan, because we've all seen it where because as a fan, if you're yelling at the ref, you're not going to get a yellow card. It's going to be the coach, and so then now you're putting the team and the coach in a bad spot, and they're going to be the one that gets sent off, not you.
I feel like maybe you, Lee, I don't know about you, Craig, so much. I feel like whatever color your face is, at that point, that's when you get, because a red card would indicate you probably get a little red face when you're screaming and yelling at somebody.
Oh yeah,
and that's when that comes out. So it's actually your face is the barometer, not what you're doing.
Could be.
Yellow card, you get a little color in it. For you, it'd just be a white card.
I actually laugh as I'm yelling, so people don't know.
you idiot! That's pathetic. Be better. Pathetic. This is actually explaining a lot. Actually, golfing. Do you golf?
Yeah, not as much as I used to. But yeah, I golf with Craig and those guys.
Craig a couple years ago announced that he's a golfer now, and I'm just going to follow up with that conversation.
I'm still a golfer.
Still a golfer? Mm-hmm. How much are you golfing
lately?
Yeah,
is it
just Sun Lakes?
No, I've golfed since then. It's been about a month since I golfed.
Okay, I bought a pass, a year-round pass, September to September. So
weekday, 7 days a week, or
7 days a week.
Wow.
And I bought one for Jamie too.
Wow.
So we did the couples one, and we're gonna see how that goes. See if that I should break even.
I'm assuming at Enumclaw, so you can go up there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. No, exactly. It's in Chelan, but it was such a good deal. No, but so I've been out there more.
What's the handicap at now? What do you got that down to?
I'm okay. So I played Gamble Sands for a buddy's birthday, and that is a course that you could. I don't know if you guys have played it yet, but it's a newer course that if you're a good golfer, you're going to be frustrated by it because you're probably used to like placing the ball in certain areas, and normally it's going to roll off in those areas. Now, if you're a bad golfer like me, halfway through, Mike Martinez was like, I think you could just bump and run most of these shots, and they're just going to roll towards the center. So he was right. In fact, on a par 3, he took his putter out, or one of our buddies took their putter out, and just teed it up and just putted it extremely hard, and it rolled within 3 feet of the hole. Like he almost got a hole in one from putting, and I think it was probably like an 80 to 90 yard par 3. And so I went to the bathroom, and they have those, articles that you can read, like that are framed. And one of them was on that course, and it said exactly what I just said. It said, like, this is the designer designed it so that the bad golfers, because the rounds are like $300. And so if you're a bad golfer,
pass.
You're
yeah. I'm not spending $300.
No, I know. So I figure out I'm like, you know what? That's what I need to do. It's just bump and run. I keep it straighter. I have to club down a little bit. So if it's like I'm going to use a 7, I'm going to use a 6. If it's normally a 6, I'm going to use a 5. And so I don't go as far as I used to go.
I'd be using my 9 iron on that. if he's using his 5.
Yeah, probably.
I crush my irons.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're probably perfect. Well, I don't know.
I can't hit my driver at all, but I can absolutely crush my irons. It's crazy.
So normally I barely break 100. I get like a 97, right? I shot a 41 on the front 9. Insane. No like, oh, drop. Didn't lose the ball. I was doing the bump and run. It was incredible. And then it fell apart. Like the back 9 I shot like a 56, and so it was like a normal like 90 something. And so I was absolutely devastated. But so I thought for like 9 holes I figured out golf, and then I grabbed a hot dog on the turn from Brandy, and then I was back to normal. So
sounds amazing.
I got to figure it out. That 41, I felt like I'm like, this is it. I figured it out. And now I played so much since then, and I cannot get that swing back that I figured out. So I almost want to go back to Gamble Sands. What's your handicap, Lee?
I don't fucking know.
Okay, so you're shooting 18. What are you usually shooting?
Usually, let's say 100 to 110.
Okay.
Today. I mean, back, 20 years ago, I'd, cut class to go golf. Me and my buddies would golf 3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah.
And I'd be into the, mid 80s, upper 80s.
Is it frustrating now that you?
It's horrible because I think I'm still the guy from 20 years ago.
Right.
But it's, it is what it is. I mean, I don't golf nearly as much. I mean, I think the last time I went was the MRFC tournament that we golfed. Not this year's, but the year before. I think that was the last time I went. I broke my driver.
How did you break your driver?
It was funny. So
it was
funny. It sounds like you got pulled over by the cops.
Well,
hey, funny story.
So it was, it was me, Craig, Jaron, and Big V.
Yep.
Was our foursome.
Wait, who?
Big V.
That's Garrett. That's Garrett.
Garrett.
Wait. Time out. We have another Big V.
Yes,
and I've never heard the term Big V other than her, who's Veronica. Shout out Veronica, Big V, Patreon. That's where Lee goes, people pay for this? That's crazy.
People pay for this? That's nuts.
Be better. That's pathetic. And so, how did he get...
So he became Big V one night, one drunken night.
Can we tell this story?
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And somehow the spelling of his name came up. And so Big V's like, it's Big D, little E, Big V. So ever since then, he's just been Big V.
Oh, man. I love that. I absolutely love we have 2 Big Vs now for Shed Night.
So the 4 of us were golfing, and we had got through a couple holes, and I think Craig, was the first one to say, but I hit my driver, and it sounded weird. Like, we're like, something doesn't sound right. And I was like, I don't fucking know. Couple holes go by, and we were going,
It was hole 6 that happened right after
up and over.
Or maybe it was 6. No, it was 5.
Yeah.
It was hole 5.
Yeah. And swing my driver, and as I, hit the ball, I was like, man, I just got super strong because I don't feel anything on this driver. And I bring it down, and the head of the club is just...
has gone.
Gone. Poof. Just
disappeared.
Just disappeared. Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know how. I don't know why.
Well, it's common. I have seen it happen 3 times where who True Value, he's a teacher now, JB Blair. His exploded, same thing. Chad Ryan, his was rattling, sounded like every time he would swing and hit it, it sounded like a paint can.
Yeah, that's what mine was sounding like before it went away.
And then boom, flew off. And then Kayanoa, my brother and I, and Kayanoa and Desi B came out too to drive around on the cart. She was a cart girl. It was great. My brother, 18, and this was 3 weeks ago, did the same thing. Bam, hit it, and then the club had just like a UFO.
Yeah, it was just gone. So then I borrowed their drivers for the rest of the day, and then whatever. Didn't matter.
Craig, what's your what are you shooting?
I think at Enohama 23.
So could you say that we're 5 years old? What's that? What compared to you shooting 100?
Lately, I would probably say I'm right around 94, 95.
Wow.
I haven't broke 90. I've shot a 90. I have never broke 90.
Okay. Nice.
So that's my goal is to at some point break 90.
What's your dad shooting?
Lately he's probably high 80s, low 90s. He was down for a while, but he's had some issues going on, so he's back up there now.
So is that? See, I'm trying to get Kane involved, my son involved in the golf because it's a good like bonding time, kind of, with your kid. I like it because whoever you're like riding with, you're chatting, you're listening to music, you're having some drinks, whatever. But it's a good activity to do. It's kind of like going to a bar in a sense, and you're just sitting and talking. But here you're playing a game that you're going around anyway. And so I was thinking about my son. I want to get him involved, but then I know how frustrating that can be. So did he invite you out, and was he just smoking you, and you were like, "This is not fun"?
No, I mean he's golfed forever, even when he's in the military, and he started back golfing maybe 10 years ago a lot, and I've never really golfed. I mean, I was maybe 3 to 4 times a year golfer, but all of a sudden I started not caring, or I don't want to say not caring, but I started not really worried about if I was good or not. And then I had more fun because I was just out there having beers, having a good time. So the more I started golfing with friends and everybody else, it made me want to go start golfing with him because he golfs with some of the older gentlemen up there at Enumclaw on Friday morning, super early in the morning.
Shout out Doug Wagner and
some of those guys.
My former trigonometry teacher, Jim Ingstrom.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. That is true.
Yeah.
So I started golfing a little bit more with him, and it's fun for me because I'm out there golfing with my dad, and I know he absolutely loves it because he has his own cart, so we ride together and stuff. So you're right. It is kind of that bonding time until I feel like I'm 16 and he's telling me how to swing a club. Then it becomes not bonding time anymore.
And then you're like,
don't raise your head. No shit.
Craig, you're doing it wrong. Here's how I do it, son.
What about you, Lee? How did you get involved in golf?
Just cutting class. Like, hey,
we had buddies that.
Yeah. And it was, we would just run over here to Enumclaw and just something to do, and because I was always just looking for something to do, and it's not like my dad didn't golf. My dad didn't do much anything other than work. So it wasn't one of those. It was just I had buddies who golfed, and I was like, yeah, let's start doing it, and yeah.
And now it just bonds you together a few times a year.
I mean, now it's another reason to get together with friends and drink.
It's true, 100%.
Yeah,
and Lee hasn't
1,000%.
Lee hasn't came over to our trip yet, and he's doing it next year no matter what.
Yeah, I've been invited the last 2 years. Haven't been able to make them each year, but this coming year is going to be the one. I have a very good feeling about it.
It's nice.
Yeah. I was so close to
It's probably the shaved head. I just need to shave my head right now.
Even this last year, because the problem we run into is, and I'm not going to tell them to change the dates that we do the trip, but the last 2 years that we've done the trips coincide with the exact same week of tryouts for the soccer team I coach. So it's like this most recent trip, I was really close to. Tryouts were like Monday through Wednesday. I was going to stick around for Monday and Tuesday and then leave from tryouts Tuesday night and then just make the run over and then catch the last, couple days of the trip. But then my plan at my club for someone to cover me fell through, so I couldn't do it. But this year, this will be the year.
This is the year.
This is the year.
I like it. Me too. Hashtag me too.
Now I'm busy.
I think we'd be great cart partners.
Pass.
So that who gets bumped then?
No, we're gonna go to 12.
Are you really?
We've been trying to get 12 the last couple of years.
Just not enough people.
A select 12.
That's fine. I wouldn't go. I would go, actually. I'm going to find out the weekend. I'm not going to, and I'll just golf in front of you guys. No, because then everyone's, that's stupid. That's really dumb.
This last year there was 7.
It ended up being 7. It was
Yeah.
supposed to be 8, and there were 7.
Yeah, because I was 8, and so
Yeah, I wonder who could have filled in.
when I make it this year, it'll be a nice even 8.
Nice. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Good time. Good time.
No more, no less.
Fun. Do all your guys' wives hang out too? Because I know that with our friend group, for dudes, I mean, we'll golf and poker and go all that. But when it comes to the women, the wives, that's only like a barbecues or dinners out. But they don't usually hang out together on our friend group too much. Do you guys' wives hang out on their own or not? Not really.
I don't think that out of all of our friend group who've been friends for 15 plus years, I don't remember a time where our wives have went and did something completely separate from us.
Yeah, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I think it's kind of common because everyone grew up together for the most part. The dudes did, but who they marry, they'll probably find at a college or at work and not from the area, and so there's really no real bond. But
I mean, it's not like they don't get along by any means. No.
It's just that there's not that.
I mean, if we're doing stuff as a group,
they're all there.
they typically
they're over doing
somewhere else,
doing their womanly stuff.
They're just not going and doing stuff on their own outside of that.
Yes, yeah.
Whereas we have a group text. We have like 7 group texts.
Yes.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have one.
Yeah.
I highly doubt it.
Yeah. Do you guys have those group texts where you leave one off? You don't have to say who it is, but where you kind of complain, like you're like, oh, this person again. This person.
Our group texts are good enough that we'd complain about the person while
In
they're
front
in
of
the
them?
text.
Well, except we do have the group text, the DTS. Don't tell Skelly.
Yeah, true.
Oh, there's a detail. Oh, what is this?
Shh. Don't tell Skelly.
Is this a true thing?
Nobody knows.
Jared, I got your back on this one, buddy. Let's start our own Sun Lakes trip, buddy. You and me.
Is he one of the 7 listeners?
He is one of the 7 listeners. He's actually one of the
He actually
Patreons
pays.
as well, and he pays as well.
Oh, you fool! That's pathetic, Skelly. Be better.
And we give him. He gives us questions each week. This week he didn't, but usually.
Oh yeah, I remember the last time.
Yeah.
Last Shed Night I was here.
Scary Skellies.
I gave him about a 6 out of 10.
Let's see here. Let's see. Actually, maybe he has. I don't think he has. It's been like a month. Yeah, it's been a bit. So if you're listening, Jared, friend group's open for you over here.
I only said that because Skelly. I just played Skelly in the BCFL the first week.
Yeah.
And so since the draft, all he has done is sent me shitty text messages about, oh, your team's so good and you're going to kill my team, blah, 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 blah. And then Cooper Kupp got hurt.
Oh.
And then Travis Kelce got hurt. And then and
Aaron Rodgers.
I didn't have him. But then it shifted into, oh, well, maybe. And then I beat him. So just.
Oh, so you still beat him even with all that? That is a good team.
Well.
He has this. Yeah.
Who'd you have? Aaron Jones and Brandon Ayuk?
I had 4 of the first 10 picks in the draft, including the first 3 overall.
Was Kittle a part of that?
Kelce?
Or Kelce?
Yeah, he was the 3rd overall pick.
Had to. Okay.
Yeah. I went McCaffrey, Eckler, Kelce. And then with the 9th pick in the first round, I took Kupp because he dropped to me. That wasn't.
So you had 2 that didn't play.
Yeah, and I still beat you, Skelly.
Oh my gosh.
But I tanked all of last year.
On purpose?
On purpose.
To load up draft?
To load up for this year, yeah. So I was done drafting by the 5th round.
And that's
by most people's 5th round.
Yeah.
And
Like the normal 5th round, I was done.
And then you got to just enjoy the rest.
Yeah.
Laugh at everybody else's picks.
Yeah, pretty much.
In your head and out loud.
I was laughing at some. There were some picks. I was like, oh, I don't know if I'd have done that one.
Did you guys lose anyone this year, or is it everyone stay the same?
No, everybody's in.
Yeah.
Cool. That's exciting. So
Forever.
I know that some people got voted in, or was that the lower one that got voted in?
We had a couple new people in the lower one.
Way cool.
They didn't get
Yeah.
voted in. They just said they wanted to be in.
Yeah, and we said, sure.
Is that all people have to do?
No.
Not anymore.
That weighted. Are you doing that weighted draft?
No, he's one of the only people I sent it to that didn't do it.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, I forgot.
Well, I didn't know, so I was all accident. I just did my pick 'em, and that Arizona just almost worked out in my favor. But and then
You get it now, though, right?
I understand it now. Yeah,
Yeah,
And
the most points to the most confident you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's crazy. So I'm guessing Eagles are the top like 3 each week for you.
No.
Especially this week.
I only put
1 point.
I
Eagles.
put 9 on them last week.
What about this week?
1.
I want to say 11 or 12.
How dare you?
How about you? What would you have done?
For
What would
the
you done on Minnesota?
This week?
You know what? I will admit this.
The 13
In
points.
2 pick'ems, Minnesota screwed me. I put 15 on Minnesota last week,
I would.
and they screwed me.
I did not see last week coming. That is for sure.
How did you feel?
Last week?
Yeah.
I mean,
What was it like? When did you know? What is going on right now?
the second Cousins fumble, I realized something's not right. And then when they just stopped throwing Jefferson the ball in the second half,
and then
and then
Baker Mayfield just caught fire.
Well, so the Vikings
The
defense
defense made him look like he caught fire.
the Vikings defense hasn't been good in years.
Right.
But they got Brian Flores in there as the new defensive coordinator. He's moved some stuff around. It's just going to take some time to gel.
Okay. So you're saying
Time they didn't have in 4 days.
No, it was exactly 4 days is what they needed, Craig. So they'll be ready to go tonight.
it is funny how fast Sunday to Thursday is. It feels like it takes forever, and then all of a sudden you're like, dude, there's football tonight. I couldn't imagine being a player. It would feel like I'm just now.
You play on Thursday night, though, you get a little
Yeah,
extended.
I mean,
I'm at the
afterwards.
Eagles because they're a primetime team. Go Thursday night,
Are they
Monday night.
oh,
So,
that's ridiculous.
that's what happens to primetime teams.
That might as well be another bye week for them, kind of.
Yeah, they're going to need it after tonight.
Well, let's do a Veronica's Hot Topic. Veronica's Hot Topic brought to you by Big V, the original Big V. Before I knew there was another original Big V. How long was the second Big V? In my opinion, my second, your first. When was that night? How many years ago?
Before you knew your Big V.
Yeah.
This was 15 to 20 years
15,
ago.
Okay.
20 years ago.
That's crazy. So we pull something out of the hat where because she's like, I get tired of listening to sports and stuff like that.
So she's going to love this episode.
Can you do like a woman's segment where you guys talk about a topic for women?
Did you guys on the last shed night do you did
think
Scary
so.
Skellies, but did you guys do
I think we did.
We probably did it wrong.
'Cause
Yeah,
I got
Veronica's Hot
I got
Topic.
really confused about how it worked.
Yeah,
I got
but
you.
you get it now a little
I
bit.
think- well,
Okay.
We'll find out.
All right. So she didn't. She's
I was
provided me.
also a couple silver bullets in last time.
Yeah, and there's some more in there if you want
Oh,
some.
perfect.
But there's at least one on top. I don't know how. Okay, so nice. All right, let's talk about women. Or here's the thing. She gives me very also inappropriate ones that I definitely don't want to talk about. So I'm going
I
to
think our last one bordered
very.
inappropriate.
By the way, did you see Jackson or Mariano Rivera's comment about the last episode?
No.
He said, "What did I just listen to?"
Well,
And then I said, "Was it about hot dogs down a hallway?" And then he goes, "That," and you said Drew Lock should be starting instead of Geno Smith. And
It's not a bad idea.
I think week 1 shows you that we may not be the team that's going to make the playoffs this year. And Geno's 85 years old. So let's maybe try Drew Lock out.
It's cool. They're only paying him $90 million over the next 3 years.
It's Drew or
No, Gino.
Geno. I know. It's nuts. It's nuts to me. I don't think Geno's on the team next year, in my opinion. But that's crazy.
Tank for Caleb.
Is that
Caleb Williams, the quarterback for
You need
USC.
to come up with something better because Suck for Luck was
Suck
actually
for
cool.
Luck was awesome.
So it's got to be something that rhymes with Caleb.
You see the rumor that the Jets are going to reach out to Andrew Luck?
He's
No.
coaching high school football. He loves it.
I know. That was part of the article. It's like the Jets are talking about it, but he's down to Palo Alto and he's loving coaching high school football.
Women that drink beer, cool or not cool?
100% cool. Carrie loves beer, and we do a whole bunch because she actually likes beer. Breweries are our
You
trips.
say, I see. You do a whole bunch. I thought that maybe we were going
No.
another route.
I'm talking about you can go.
I get a whole lot more options.
No, but like ballparks, like going to a ballpark game, you can't drink like hard alcohol or wine at some events that beer is at all the time.
Yeah.
So I think by saying cool, I think it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's awesome that
100% cool.
Yeah.
That being said, my wife is not a drinker at all. So it's also cool that when we go into the social world, I can drink as much as I want.
And then
she can take me home.
Yes. Nice.
So both cool.
Way cool. What drinking? So, my wife got me into beer, but it was like Coors Lights, which not
Easy.
bad, but it's like one of those things where it's like, I like that. I love that in Vegas. Love that, the party atmosphere on a boat. When it's hot, all that stuff, right? But then when there's a casual drinking, like I need like something just a little bit more oomph to it, like a craft beer, and so that's been nice. And then I got really into drinking those beers. It was rough being sponsored by Colt. I mean, it still is. I love them, but I mean, you drink a lot of beer at that point and gain the weight pretty fast. So hence the hernia surgery, which Adrian Cardenas still makes fun of me about because he's like, dude, you're like a woman that got pregnant where you just got fat too fast and then your belly button popped out in the process. And I'm like, yep, that was the beers. So, yeah. So, and I like, I'm a big Truly Marg fan right now, and I'm not afraid to admit that. I love Truly Margaritas. Shout out the second Big V, not the original Big V now, but we know for getting me hooked on those. So, big beer guy.
Is that just a Truly that is a margarita flavor?
Is it a mix?
So no, it's a Truly margarita. It's a can of Truly that's a margarita. They have classic lime, strawberry hibiscus, mango chili, and watermelon cucumber. They are no like stevia or no like fake. It is stevia, but no fake sugars. 1 gram of sugar and like 120 calories. And so I am crushing these things all the time. I think that is me substituting that this year over beer is like,
You do realize if you drink 10 of those and have 1,000 calories, that you could have 3 beers and do the same thing.
yeah, but
there's no sugar crack.
Sugar turns to more carbs and more fat. So yeah, and I don't think I sound like that. I think what he just said there. Do I sound like that?
No, I'm not going to say that, but yeah.
Dang, I gotta rewind how I talk. I gotta listen to what I have to say. There's no sugar, Craig. Maybe that's how I am. I don't know. Let's do your shout outs. Any shout outs?
I'll do a shout out.
Okay.
Because I'm sure he's probably listening.
Jared Scully.
Howie Roseman
Oh, here we go.
did an amazing job in the draft and free agency over the last couple years to put the Eagles where they're at now, the dominating team
yes.
in the NFC.
Definitely listening.
Shout out to him.
He's probably listening to this pregame.
That right there could have probably just got the team pumped up.
Yeah.
I'm going to shout out Justin Jefferson for going over 200 yards receiving tonight. Kirk Cousins for throwing for more than 400 yards.
Yeah.
And TJ Hawkinson for 2 touchdowns.
Agreed. And I want to just, again, congratulations to the Minnesota Vikings on winning tonight's game. He doesn't know.
Anytime he says something, it is the opposite.
Oh.
He's doing it on purpose.
Congratulations
That's stupid.
Coach Mike Tice, I think, still.
Mike Tice. No, it's Kevin O'Connell.
I just wanted
The
to.
actor?
No, that's Chris O'Donnell. That's Robin.
And Jerry O'Connell.
No, it's Chris O'Donnell.
Oh, that's
You're thinking Neil O'Donnell.
it's so good. I just want big shout out to Brett Favre tonight. Huge game with Chris Carter.
Brett Favre
lock
got
him in.
screwed by the NFL with the Vikings because they wanted the stupid Saints to win the Super Bowl after Katrina. It was a bunch of bullshit.
I was waiting for some sort of Vikings conspiracy theory.
There's no conspiracy. Fucking Greg Anderson got suspended for a year because of Bountygate.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, it's not conspiracy. Stick that conspiracy up here.
Wow.
Get me fucking started.
Wow. I like how
Red card!
I like
That's
how you,
pathetic!
I like how you edited ass. Stick up here. It's fucking pathetic.
I choose my words carefully.
I do like that. A poet. I'm going to shout out the Patreons that pay money each month for this amazing.
You fools. Be
Kellen
better.
Hall, Holly Graff, Adam Kenny Art, Seth Loop, Cassie Spencer, Amanda Keating, Shekinah Sarver, Jared Skelly, Homer Robertson, Ben Illman, Jamie Roberts, Jamie Kenny, Apollo Doodle, Jackson Syduk, Sasha Carey Lynn, Thomas Savage Out, Anthony Wright, Sage Hill Golf and RV Resort, Cameron Stratton, Katri Hoban, and Homer Robinson signed up again.
I think you mispronounced one of your Patreon's names.
Jackson Syduk,
No, not him.
Katri Hoban,
No,
Thomas Savageau,
no.
Councilman Anthony
No,
Wright.
No.
Okay, who?
I think you said his name was Jared Skelly.
Yeah.
It's actually the 0-1
Oh,
Jared Skelly.
The 0-1 Jared Skelly,
Thank you.
heavily favored. He probably wasn't heavily favored at all.
Did you hear my team?
Yeah, I heard your team. Yes.
Did you hear my team?
I heard your team.
I've also got the 49ers defense.
So they're the best.
And-
The Niners are, and it's gonna be Niners
defense is not
Eagles.
the best.
And Garrett
Niners,
Wilson.
Eagles.
And DK Metcalf. And Jerry Jeudy.
It's such a good team.
Joe Mixon. Miles Sanders. Damian Pierce.
Christian McCaffrey going there last year was like,
As long as he stays healthy,
that's true.
it's over.
But I mean, you've got Ayuk and Debo. Is Debo even playing?
Yeah, he's there, but he's...
He
Kittle.
didn't get very much last week.
No.
Kittle sucked last week also.
Yeah.
Guy's bum.
Do you have him?
Yes.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Go surf somewhere.
Idiot.
I got Kyle Pitts. You can have him. Won't take much.
Although I do love Kittle because he's a WWE guy.
Yeah.
Did you see that Kamala Harris outfit? Did you 90s wrestling put out?
Kamala the Ugandan Nightmare?
I don't know what you're talking about, but I do know that
He's a wrestler.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
a wrestler
no.
from the 90s.
Oh no, Kamala, the VP.
Kamala Harris?
Yeah.
What does she have to do with WWE?
She's wearing I know. She's wearing an outfit that looks exactly like Razor Ramon's outfit with it's like the same shirt, chains, and pink pants. Like it's exactly the same.
Does she have a toothpick?
No, but she did have her hair grease back. And she actually did, yeah. No, she took it and she flicked it.
Hey,
She started the press conference with, "Hey, yo."
hey, she could be looking for that Latino vote.
Uh-huh. It's coming up.
And they love Razor Ramon. Oh, man.
R.I.P.
Yeah, sad. It is sad. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great week and take care. Go Eagles, but congratulations to the Minnesota Vikings for winning.
Go Eagles.
Skull Vikings.